Pokémon Inspection Agency Gym Compliance Report 025, Mikan Gym. Examining Agent, H. Hayfield. Gym details, region, Orange Islands, location, Mikan Island. Leader, Sissy. Badge, Coral Eye Badge. Leader Character Assessment, Key Standards Checklist. Inspection Compliance, Pass. Pokémon Welfare Concern, Pass. Suitable Maturity, Pass. Overall Positive Temperament, Pass. Additional positives. Examiner could not find anything of note to mention here. Additional negatives. Leader allows their younger brother to perform pranks on potential gym challengers. While harmless, it does come across as unprofessional. Leader enforces an unofficial rule, though they believe it to be official, that challengers may only use water-type Pokémon in their gym. Gym Building Assessment. Building. Building is up to Pokémon League codes and is fit for purpose. Battlefield. Battlefield is fit for purpose, however, due to being an open pool with no platforms, cannot accommodate all Pokémon. This issue is mitigated somewhat by the nature of the gym's challenge, all but requiring the challenger to use a Pokémon that can navigate in the water. The beach and ocean area nearby the gym is also used by the leader in some scenarios. This is not recommended and should be stopped as soon as possible, as it is an unpoliced, uncontrolled environment and susceptible to, for example, sudden changes in weather or interference from dangerous wild Pokémon. Available gym Pokémon: Seadra, Blastoise. Notes. The gym's roster allows it to acceptably perform its own challenge, however it is so small that it will not allow for any variations within that challenge. Pokémon Challenge Assessments. Pokémon Challenge Description. The Mikan Gym Challenge has two components. The first is a water gun accuracy target shooting test. Should the leader and the challenger tie, they move to a second portion of the challenge, a surf race in the sea just off the coast of Mikan Island. Pokémon Challenge Evaluation. Examiner has never before seen such a limiting structure for any form of Pokemon-based challenge, gym or otherwise. Leader's incorrect enforcement of a water Pokemon only rule aside, a challenge that requires a challenger to have a Pokemon with a very specific move, followed by a different challenge requiring a different but still very specific move, is frankly madness. How any challenger has ever managed to earn the Coral Eye Badge from the Mikan Gym is miraculous. The limiting nature of the challenges aside, the challenges themselves are incredibly dull and incredibly dangerous respectively. Hitting targets with attacks, be it stationary or in motion, should be something most trained Pokemon can do, and most trained Pokemon do in fact do in the course of a standard battle. And a race in open water without any form of safety equipment, where the competing Pokemon are allowed to perform attacks, is irresponsible on the leader's part at best, and malicious at worst. Gym Challenge Recommended Alterations. Examiner recommends changing the entire Mikan Gym Challenge at a foundational level. Focusing more on the race aspect of the gym would be the way forward, with proper safety considerations and allowing any Pokemon that can be ridden, which the challenger and leader can switch between as the race covers different terrain, not just open water. This is still narrow and limiting, but it at least offers more accessibility than the current challenge. Pokemon Challenge Assessments continue. Pokemon Challenge Simulations. Challenge 1, simulating a beginner challenger or a challenger with 0 Orange Island badges. Examiner's Pokemon: Bulbasaur. Leader's Pokemon: Seadra. Challenge Breakdown. Examiner did not have a water Pokemon or a Pokemon knowing the move Water Gun, so was unable to compete in the initial challenge. No contest. Conclusional notes. Gym is not equipped to accommodate a beginner challenger. As stated previously, the league cannot expect a trainer, especially a beginner trainer, to own a Pokemon with a specific move. Challenge 2, simulating an intermediate gym challenger or a challenger with 1 to 2 Orange Island badges. Examiner's Pokemon: Wartortle, Pidgeotto. Leader's Pokemon: Seadra, Blastoise. Challenge Breakdown. Wartortle tied with Seadra with minimal effort. Examiner did not have a Pokemon knowing the move Surf, so was unable to compete in the secondary challenge. No contest. Conclusional note. Gym is poorly equipped to accommodate an intermediate challenger. While it is more reasonable for an intermediate challenger to have Pokemon with specific moves, it is still a lot to ask, as some may not need the moves in question due to team makeup and strategy. Challenge 3, simulating an experienced gym challenger, a trainer challenging for their last badge, or a challenger with 8+ badges from another region. Examiner's Pokemon: Poliwrath, Glossopod. Leader's Pokemon: Seadra, Blastoise. Challenge Breakdown. Poliwrath tied with Seadra with minimal effort. Glossopod defeated Blastoise with minimal effort. Examiner 1. Conclusional notes. Gym is poorly equipped to accommodate an experienced challenger. Examiner's Poliwrath had to perform one of its water attacks to mimic a water gun to compete in the first challenge, and Examiner had to transfer in a Pokemon they had not intended to use to compete in the second. The fact that these lengths were needed by someone as well travelled as the Examiner show that the Mikan Gym's challenge setup needs to change. Leader Challenge Assessment. From the Examiner's albeit limited exposure, the Mikan Gym leader is able and can successfully pressure trainers by completing the gym's challenges with smooth efficiency. However, this is not saying all that much, as the first challenge is something any trainer should be able to do, and the second does not rigorously push a trainer's limits. Final summary. What is the point of the Mikan gym? It feels more like a light fairground attraction than an official Pokemon League gym, and does not successfully push a challenger's skills in any broad or useful way. There is not enough cause for dismissal of the leader, and the building is in fine shape, but everything else about the gym needs to change. The proposed altered challenge is, as mentioned, not perfect, but will at least test fitness, judgment, Pokemon speed, and Pokemon switching. In its current state, the Mikan gym tests nothing. Final grade. E.